This camo has no right looking this clean. So they ended up adding a new event to the game, which we're gonna go everything there, because there's some good, there's some bad. Well, not really some bad, but some questionable. But the most important thing, or the thing that most people will probably be interested in, is the new camo that you get, which is called Making Heroes Super. And as you can see, it isn't animated or anything like that, but I think it looks pretty cool. You know, it has some of the boys logo, the whole Vote International thing all over it. It's black and blue and silver, and yeah, you know, again, it's not animated, but I still think it looks pretty clean, similar to the last camo we had. The last one was that white and black and red one, which I thought looked pretty cool. And yeah, similarly, again, it's not animated or anything, but I still think it looks pretty nice. Now, as you probably heard me mention, there's like one thing where it's not necessarily bad, but it's kind of questionable. As I pointed out with the last event camo, you know, you look and you see at the little tiles at the bottom, it shows you a preview of the camo before you click on it. And I pointed out with the Soups camo how it's like, hey, there's not actually a proper camo there, it's a placeholder asset. And similarly for the new camo, when you come over here, it's once again a placeholder asset. Not sure how they messed this up, not just once, but twice. It's just, I like, what's going on at Sledgehammer? Anyway, to unlock this camo, thankfully it isn't 1.3 million XP like it was for the Magma camo. In fact, I ended up completing this in a span of like, what, I want to say maybe 4 hours, 4.5 hours. In total, you only need 573,500 XP, which really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. You get the American Hero weapon sticker, a double XP token, a Vote Crime Analytics large decal for your weapons, a double weapon XP token, a Compound V charm, a Soldier Boy shield large decal, a Vote International emblem, a Laser Baby calling card, double Battle Pass XP token, and the Making Heroes Super Camo. It is worth noting that this is one of those pay-to-win events where not usually it's a 1,000, you know, bonus XP per match, but this time they upped it even more to 2,500 XP bonus XP per match if you're using the A-Train Operator skin. If anybody happens to be interested in purchasing this bundle, this is A-Train from the boys, as you can see here. I will say, you know, when you compare this to what you see in the boys, this is a pretty faithful skin, and it does look pretty good overall. And you got the different blueprints that come with it, and yeah, you know, they look pretty slick, but personally, I mean, I haven't really watched too much of the boys. In fact, I haven't even watched a single episode. But, you know, if you're into the show, and if you were considering picking this bundle up, I mean, yeah, you know, it'll get you through the event faster if you know, if you'd want to do that. And as far as the modes go, we still have the souped up mode in the game. We have Shipment 24/7, Team Gunfight, which I actually do kind of want to try that at some point. Not going to try it today. I'm just really not in the mood for gunfight right now. I was going to want to dive in and shoot some stuff. We got the MW2 Mosh Pit, and yeah, that's kind of it. The MW2 Mosh Pit, let's see, we got Farm 18, Crown Raceway, Hotel, Shoot House, and Mercado Las Almas. We had all of these maps before, except for Hotel. Hotels, this is the first time that they're bringing it back, so we'll dive in and play that. I also ended up almost accidentally unlocking Interstellar for the HRM yesterday. I was literally just grinding shipment, and as you can see, I almost have priceless. I literally did it by accident, but what is it, 15 operator hit file kills while sliding? Yeah, I only have 5 more to go, so we'll end up getting that done by accident at some point. I'm going to go ahead and toss on the new event camo since I did spend some time trying to unlock that, and again, it does look pretty clean. I also ended up maxing out the new TAC Evolver. I didn't make any progress towards the camos, at least I don't think it. Yeah, I still have to unlock like that. Yeah, the penetration kills. That's the one challenge with every LMG where I'm like, alright, it's time to bunker down and grind. It's obviously not a hard challenge, but it's just that one challenge where it's like, alright, yeah, you know, this is one of, it's sort of like long shots where it's like, yeah, this is the arbitrary challenge in this game where it's just kind of designed to make you sit and wait for a while. The build that I'm going on this HRM, I don't know, this probably isn't even any good for, you know, like normal 6v6 maps. I just had it going for shipments. Obviously, you know, it's pretty good when it comes to recoil control, and I also have a 50-round mag on it. We'll see how it goes. I might end up taking off the 50-round mag in exchange for something that's just, you know, maybe like a different optic or something to speed me up a little bit. All in all, I feel like this might be a good build for like close engagements on Warzone at the very least. So if anybody's curious as to how I'm rocking this thing, since this is a new weapon, I have the Thorn 90 barrel, the 50-round drum, the PCS 90 assault grip, the folding stock, and the VOK LZR 7 milliwatt laser. I swear, ever since I unlocked the Magma camo, I always have to have at least one gun in my class that's rocking it, just because, dude, like, it wasn't necessarily a hard camo to unlock. It's just that, you know, I kind of got my feelings hurt, man. The game literally lied to me saying I only needed like 400-some thousand XP, and then I had to go back when I already thought I was done with the grind and put in the work to earn the extra million XP. Sure, it wasn't hard to do it, but it was still one of those things where it's like, man, I worked for this camo, I'm gonna use it. This map, since it's so dark, doesn't really do a good job at showing off this new Making Heroes Super Camo. I will say on maps that are a bit, you know, more well lit, like something like Rust, for example, or even like certain areas of Shipment where normally it's dark, but you have like those really bright lights inside of the containers, it really looks nice in those environments as well. Even when you're running around inside of like a more well lit building, as you can see, like again, this map is just overall a bit more dark than most of the maps in MW3, but you know, it still looks really clean. These aftermarket parts, you know, when the game was first coming out, I wasn't sure if these were just going to be like some sort of strange gimmick that I never ended up using, but I will say there's been plenty of weapons in the game where I actually prefer the aftermarket part variation. Like, I barely ever use the TOIR because honestly, in its base form, it's an okay revolver, I guess. Even then, you have to use the hair trigger for it to even be somewhat viable. Once you slap the Jack Beholder rifle kit on this thing, you give it like the hair trigger and, you know, just some other things to speed it up a bit, like a laser and all that, and the stock just to make it more stable. Like, this thing is actually like a really good weapon. Like, I rarely in Call of Duty nowadays do I actually find myself switching to my pistol, which, you know, I used to do that a lot back in the day. You run out of ammo, switch to the pistol, pop because it was still viable. But nowadays, just with the way the gunsmith is, you know, usually I just find myself kind of reloading and then just kind of going back in it with some, you know, crazily overtuned weapon. But in this instance, like with this weapon, I actually found myself just switching to it and just, you know, popping some folks. I'm not sure if the HRM is going to end up getting nerfed because right now it's actually, I don't know if it's statistically the best SMG in the game, but in terms of like moment-to-moment gameplay, I find it to be like just the most efficient one overall. I mean, it's no secret that when new weapons come out, they generally tend to be just a slightly overtuned, but I will say it doesn't necessarily feel like overpowered. If anything, this is just kind of how I feel like SMGs should feel in the first place, because, you know, it's no secret that most of the SMGs in this game are, yeah, they're a little undertuned compared to how they probably should be. One thing I'll give to MW2, MW2 2022, that is I actually really like the balance in that game. Like, the ARs felt relatively well balanced, where it's like they weren't too fast, but they weren't too slow. They were like the nice middle of the ground weapons. The SMGs, they were not as great at range, but they were, you know, pretty good when it came to like speed and being up close and stuff like that. And in MW3, I just feel like we really lost that balance, where it's just like it's like an all AR game. I just feel like if the SMGs could dish out a little bit more damage to, you know, just stand up against the ARs a bit more, I feel like then everything would be relatively well balanced. Otherwise, everything else is pretty well balanced in this game, like battle rifles, LMGs, snipers, shotguns, all that. Like, everything else feels pretty good. Pistols, launchers. Say what you will about the armory unlock system in this game, but it's honestly kind of a low-key blessing. Never have I ever in a Call of Duty game, at least in recent years, ever since, you know, MW 2019, because ever since MW 2019, that's when we saw the shift from people actually like playing objectives and trying to go for that stuff and just, you know, trying to go for kills for camo grinding or XP grinding or literally whatever else. Now in this game, ever since the armory unlock system has been brought into the game, yeah, sure, the system in itself, you know, for somebody like me where it's like kind of like part of my job to play this game, it's not that bad because, you know, it's just like, it's one of those things where you, every time something new is added to the game that unlocks through the armory unlock system, I have it unlocked pretty fast. But for a lot of people, yeah, while it is a huge time sink, it is really nice seeing people actually play the objective again, actually trying to go for wins. And while sure, I wish there was like another way to do it or something that maybe took a bit less time for casual players that don't have as much time to play the game, again, it is so nice just seeing people, you know, actually play the game, try to win the objective. And just like that, that's a victory, as always. Otherwise, yeah, there's not a whole lot else going on for the rest of the season, at least I don't think so. There's not any other events that are lined up over here in the event tab. The season itself only has like, what, a little under 2 weeks to go at this point. It seems like we got all our weekly challenges for this. Oh yeah, that's another thing that I completely forgot to show you guys. There was also the next set of like the weekly challenge camo thing that we finally unlocked. Similar to like season 0, how when you completed like, what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks of the challenges or whatever, when we unlocked this Golden River camo, they did it again with season 1, except this one isn't animated or anything, which, you know, that's fine, but here it is. It's called Coherence. You know, it looks good. I think, you know, I don't exactly know how to describe what's going on with it or what the design is, but overall, I mean, it's a cool mishmash of colors. It's like, you know, off-whites, purples, light pinks, hot pinks. You know, it's pretty cool. It's just kind of weird how we still have a whole week of the season to go, like a whole full week yet. And then, but, you know, they've kind of just cut off the weekly challenges here already at week 8. But, you know, that's fine with me. I guess that's less that we have to grind. So that gives you a whole 2 weeks to go through and not only do the week 8 challenges, but any of the other challenges in the game that you might have missed. There's still a couple that I could go through and clean up if I wanted the bonus XP, but I'm already max rank and I already completed the event, so there's really no reason for me to do this. But if you need either the extra XP or if you just want to complete this yet, because you do have 13 days to complete this yet, then yeah, you should have no problem doing so, because you only have to complete any 5 challenges. It doesn't matter if it's 5 challenges from multiplayer, zombies, battle royale from each week, and even then you can kind of mix and match. You can do 1 from multiplayer, 2 from zombies, 2 from battle royale. It literally doesn't matter. Just complete some of the you can tell when you look at the battle royale stuff. Yeah, I barely played Warzone. I got some progress on the first couple weeks and then I just fell off completely. Yeah, if you need to get this stuff done yet, just, you know, you can mix and match them. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, we got about 2 weeks till season 2, so I'll probably make some casual videos just kind of running around shooting stuff as I usually do, but otherwise, I don't know. I mean, I'll grind out like Interstellar and Borealis on the new weapons, but outside of that, I don't think there's going to be any new events or anything like that, so we're just kind of, you know, cruising, waiting for the roadmap for Season 2. And then from there, we'll be on the way to the release of Season 2, and we'll see what that has in store for us. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patrons and channel members, thank you to all in the low ball tier, and a bigger shout out, thank you to all in the mid ball tier, Mellow Asking, but Daddy Man, and the bigger shout out, thank you to all in the G tier, Rod and Vince, and the Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.